By most accounts, when you walk around what's left of the Al-Shifa hospital complex, there is an overwhelming stench of bodies and death. Al-Shifa was the largest medical facility in Gaza, most of it now rendered unusable. Satellite images show what the area looked like before, and this is what it looks like now, after Israeli forces raided the complex for 2 weeks in search of Hamas militants. Witnesses say they saw patients die from a lack of medical care. Every day was miserable, says this man who says he was a patient at the hospital. There was no food and there was no treatment. He says the lack of medicine made his pain seem a million times worse. Well, this man, who also says he's a patient, says he was dragged by Israeli forces and kicked as he was questioned about what he did for work. Israeli officials say hundreds of militants were either detained or killed in the operation that is being described as a major success.
And the subsequent Special Forces operation to clear the hospital of terrorists will be studied as the gold standard for urban warfare.
Israel is pushing ahead with its military operations in Gaza and is now being accused of escalating tensions with Iran. An airstrike on an Iranian government building in Syria killed several high-ranking Iranian military leaders, including multiple generals. Iran blames Israel. Such crimes will not remain without a response, said Iran's ambassador to Syria through a translator. Growing tensions abroad come as Israeli leaders face intensifying pressure at home. Tens of thousands of anti-government protesters gathered in Jerusalem for a second night.
This government is doing horrendous things in Gaza, not in our name, and we want the government to take responsibility and resign.
Israel's prime minister has largely dismissed these calls and is backing a plan that will silence dissent. Lawmakers passed a bill to temporarily shut down Al Jazeera's TV broadcasts in Israel, which have been critical of the war, though they say it's a Hamas-supporting security threat. Washington is waiting for confirmation, but is alarmed.
A move like this is concerning. We believe in the freedom of the press. It is critical.
And Katie, I gather senior officials in Washington met virtually with their Israeli counterparts today.
Yeah, we understand the U.S. expressed concern about Israel's plan to target Hamas militants in Rafah, where hundreds of thousands of displaced Palestinians have been seeking shelter. Israel says it will take American concerns into account as it develops its plan. The U.S. sends billions of dollars worth of military aid to Israel, and despite its specific concerns about its military operations, it does not appear that any of that U.S. support is in question at this time. Adrienne.
All right, Katie Simpson reporting in Washington. Thank you.